So if you don't mind me asking, it kind of sounds like, based off some of the things you were saying, that you might be an atheist. The reason I jump in and join these like random ass chats is because I got a YouTube channel where I just like talk to people and shit. So would it be okay if I talk to you and record our conversation?
Yeah, of course, man.
Sweet. So one of the things that I like to talk to people about is their beliefs, and then I examine those beliefs and respectfully challenge them. Is that something you're down for?
I don't know beliefs.
Well, here's the thing. You get to choose it. You're in control. It does help, though, if it's a deeply held belief that, like, you might act upon. Like, let's say you have this deeply held belief, and because of it, you choose to act upon it and vote for a certain candidate. Those are more interesting conversations if it's something that that's deeply held, and you choose to take action because of that belief. But it can be about anything.
Well, I try not to focus on politics.
It can be something supernatural, like karma, ghosts. It can be a higher power. It can be a political belief.
Let's go with... supernatural shit, man. I'm like, what's that about? Like, I know what it's about. So many things.
Yeah. Well, while you think of something, you want to do a little bit of a thought experiment?
Sure.
All right. So, previous to the pandemic, I carried a lot of cash around with me, and then when I spent cash, you get some coins back, right? So I'd take those coins and I'd throw them into this jar. So it's got a whole bunch of coins. I have no idea how many coins are in the jar. It's a huge jar, right?
Right.
So if I were to look at that jar and just say, I believe that there's an even amount of coins in this jar. And you were to say, I believe that there's an odd amount of coins in this jar. And then, let's say we dump them out and we count them all together, and there is an odd number of coins. Let's say there's 237 coins in that jar. Then, would you agree that you would be factually correct and I would be factually incorrect?
I mean, yeah.
And if some person walked by...
no, actually.
No.
Because that's just your belief. You believe, even that doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It's just what you believe.
Okay.
At that time. So, whenever we both look at it, and I think it's odd, and I say, I believe it's odd, and you say, but you believe it's even. Neither one of us are technically right or wrong, because that's just our belief.
Right. But there is a factual truth. So one of us would be factually correct and one of us would be factually incorrect, correct?
That's fair.
Alright, that's it. That's the thought experiment.
I go about it like, okay, the higher power shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
My parents believe in God and they're really religious. Well, I have some friends that are, atheists that believe in different higher power. Like, some believe that there is a God, but just not factual off the Bible.
Okay.
And so my dad looks at it like, oh, you gotta get everyone to believe in God and everything. Oh yeah, like all that. And what I say is, my belief is, now I'm not all that religious, but I say, what people believe, that's their opinion, that's their choice, that's what they believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my friend that's an atheist, I told my dad knows. Sorry, I'm shivering, man, I don't even know why. My dad said, like, he tried to get him to believe in God and everything, tried to get him to go to church with us. And I told my dad, like, hey man, like, he doesn't believe in it. He believes there is a God. It's not like how you believe in it.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't like what my friend believes. Like, basically what I'm saying is, if other people have a different opinion, like, in a higher power of their religion or something, that's their belief. They believe what they believe.
yeah, no question that they have the right to believe whatever they want to believe, and that's a human right that shouldn't be infringed upon, right?
Right.
Right. But at the same time, someone is probably factually correct and other people are probably factually incorrect, right?
Right, but who knows?
Right. We really don't have a good way of determining that, at least at this moment. I don't know of a way to determine whether a God is factually true or factually untrue. Do you think that that people, perhaps yourself, like, do you think we should try to believe in things that are factually true, like that we can verify?
I mean, if you can verify it.
And if something can't be verified, do you think we should still believe it, or what do you think we should do about that?
Well, I mean, if you can't factually prove it, still your right to believe it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of those human rights that anyone should be able to hold their belief and not have that infringed upon. Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you're talking about, like, if you can, like, factually prove it,
Mm-hmm.
if they could still believe it even after it's factually proven, then, well, I'm not sure. Again, it's still their choice overall.
Right.
Whether it's factually proven, their choice whether they can accept that or not. But if they want to believe in something else, even if it's actually proven to not be true, then they can believe it.
Mm-hmm. What about you yourself? Do you only want to believe in things that are factually true?
See, that's a difficult question. That's something really to think about.
Yeah, I like to ask the difficult questions. And it's okay to say I don't know.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What was the question? I think I asked, do you want to believe in only things that are like verifiably true?
think I'd have to go with me myself. I go off of logic. I believe in stuff that can be proven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't take it. Say two people were arguing, right? And I don't know anything about either side, right?
Okay.
Me myself, I would try to, calm the situation down and see, like, hey, get both sides of the story, and then, I won't take any sides, but I'll give my opinion on it, and I'll let them know that. I'll give my opinion on, like, hey, if it's between two people in a relationship, I'm not getting into that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's, like, two people that are just, like, friend to friend and shit, and they're just, like, arguing about a certain topic or something, or they're just, like, got to an argument or something, I'll get both sides of the story and give my opinion. I go off of, like, not by who's in the right or wrong, but who I think independently would be right.
Mm.
Or not necessarily right, but what I believe. Like, if I believe they're right or wrong.
And how?
I know there's a better way of wording that.
Sure. I think I got the gist of it. So when these two people are having this discussion, let's say, and you're listening to them, how do you determine who's right or wrong? Are you listening to, like, facts, or are you just going off your feelings, or how do you determine that?
Well, it really depends on what it is that they're talking about.
Can you give an example, maybe?
Let's see. Okay, so say somebody's, let's go with religion. It's two people arguing about religion, right?
Mm-hmm. We can use that.
Well, actually, no, because either way, I wouldn't take a side, and I'd just be like, hey, you both have different opinions. Believe what you believe. Respect each other's opinion. Like, I'll talk to each one individually. I'd be like, take turns, obviously, talking to them. Like, hey, he believes one thing. And that's totally fine. That's his opinion, what he truly believes in. And then I say the same thing to the other person. Be like, hey, there's no reason to argue about it if you both believe in two different things, because you're not changing each other's mind.
Right. And what about yourself then? Let's say you're arguing about, or you're talking to them independently. How do you decide which side that you end up on? What do you end up believing in?
Me and myself.
Yeah.
What do I believe in?
Or how do you come to a conclusion?
I just try to live, like in the here and now. I don't really believe or not believe in really anything. I don't really necessarily I guess I do have my own opinions on certain things, such as, like, even in the conversation, no matter what you're talking about. You can say you don't have an opinion, but that's still your opinion.
Okay.
You still have an opinion on that.
Sure.
Me, myself, I overthink. I go into deep thought, and I go off logic. Those very things aren't very well to be put together. But that's how my mind works. I don't necessarily believe in a lot of things. Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly just try to live in the here and now. Live in the moment.
Ethan. I piss.
Yeah, what's up?
You telling me?
Okay, that was weird.
Alright.
So, if you don't mind me asking, it kind of sounds like, based off the, some of the things you were saying, that you might be an atheist.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I've thought about it. I mean, it's come to mind, but I never really, thought about that.
You sound like someone who is pretty well grounded, that doesn't take many leaps of faith, I guess you could say. I was air quoting there. So, you sound like a pretty cool cat.
Thanks.
No problem.